Hey guys, it's Jenny from the Yummy Bees. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. We are making one pot spicy vegan chili today. I have all these ingredients out here in front of me, so let's get started because I'm hungry and you gotta cook it for like a couple hours. So let's get to it. So here are all of our ingredients. It looks like a lot, but I promise you guys it's really simple. So we have some celery and bell peppers. We have some Impossible meat sausage. We have 2 packages of the Impossible burger ground beef thing. We have a package of vegan bacon. We have some beer. We have pre-minced garlic because your girl's lazy. We have 2 big old cans of diced tomatoes. We have a can of chili hot beans. We have 3 cans of kidney beans. We have a tiny little baby can of tomato paste, some vegan Worcestershire, how do you say that?
Worcestershire.
Vegan Worcestershire sauce. Also, one thing about that is just check the ingredients at your grocery store. You can see this is a Kroger brand and it just happens to be vegan, so that's dope. We have our Better Than Bouillon, why you know focus on. We have pepper sauce or peri peri. We have jalapenos, of course, because your girl likes it spicy. So we got 4 jalapenos. And then we have all our spices. Ground paprika, cumin, basil, garlic salt, oregano, black pepper, chili powder, cayenne pepper, and red pepper. All right, guys, first step that we're gonna do is chop up all the fresh veggies. We have our washed celery. Just gonna chop the ends off really quickly. And these are kind of good to save for veggie scraps for a veggie broth. If you, like me, don't like throwing all this stuff away and feel guilty about being wasteful. So for these, I'm just gonna chop them roughly into half moons. For some of these bigger ones, I'm just gonna cut them in half because nobody wants to like stuff this in their face for a bite, you know? Set them again, maybe. If you're serving this to like someone you want to impress, you can be a little more diligent about cutting them thinner, but I'm just doing this for me. I'm just being really lazy because these are kind of some thick boys, you know? Got our celery in a bowl. Now we're gonna chop our bell peppers. So we are using 3 bell peppers. We're just gonna chop these up roughly into bite-sized pieces. So you can see I have some seeds in here. You know, if you want to be diligent, just try and get all these seeds out because they really don't taste great. I mean, they don't taste like anything, but you know, we like flavor up in here. So I'm too lazy to take care of it, but if you want, you can get rid of the seeds. So like, I don't know why, but this little thing right here creeps me the F out. So I always take that little creepy boy out. So about this size is what we're looking for. All right, the last fresh veggie we have is some jalapenos. Now, don't touch your face or your eyeballs or any other sensitive areas, but after you cut these guys, make sure you wash your hands. And we are gonna keep the seeds on this because I like things spicy, but if you like things a little less spicy, you may want to de-seed your little jalapeno friend. Shit, I already f***ed up. All right, so we're just gonna do rings. Ignore that first cut. That was my bad. We're gonna try and cut these a little bit thinner. So here's our bowl with the celery and bell peppers, and we're just gonna add the jalapenos to it. This is our bowl of fresh veggies, and I'm gonna go wash my hands before I hurt myself. So next we're going to chop our bacon into small pieces, like little tiny bacon bits. So I basically just cut these thin one way and then the other way. Then I'm just gonna do a couple diagonal just to make sure it's all broken up. Now we're going to organize our spices and put them all in this bowl, all our dried spices, so that we're ready to go. All right, so chili powder, we're gonna do a 1/2 cup. Woo, it's A little bit more than a half cup, that's okay. 1 tablespoon of oregano. Damn it. Don't fly everywhere. Don't do it. Yes. 2 teaspoons of cumin. 1 teaspoon of basil. 1 tablespoon of paprika. If you don't like things spicy, skip this step, but we're going to do a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. A tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Then we're going to do a tablespoon of garlic salt. A teaspoon of black pepper. Then with this little baby spatula, thank you to the person that got me this, we are going to mix it, just pre-mix, just to make sure you don't get a clump of cayenne pepper in your chili. That's good enough. Alright, I got you guys close into my pot, which I have used and abused. You cannot tell by the bottom of it, but let's ignore that. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon of olive oil. Just gonna eyeball that. That's good. And we're gonna turn the heat on medium-high. And then we're gonna do about a tablespoon of minced garlic, so it's probably like 2 cloves. Fresh garlic is always better, in my opinion. It's got a little more punch to it. But I'm lazy. I don't know how many times I could say that. Probably make a drinking game out of it. Oops. That's a big boy. That's like 4 cloves. Ooh, we're just gonna mix this around and we're gonna saute for about a minute or until it gets not frothy. What the hell is the name? Till you can smell it. Aroma-y. I don't know. I want to make sure you don't burn your garlic. Alright, I can smell the garlic real good. So now we're going to add our Impossible sausage. I'm just going to cut off the top. Oh boy, that's too hot. No burning. No burning. Cut off the top and we're going to throw it in there. Ooh, she's goopy. Yikes. Alright, we're squeezing all this in there. Oh my god. So I'm just going to break this up so that it's even. So now we're going to throw in our 2 packages of Impossible meat. The second one. That wasn't as nicely done. Whoopsie. Alright. We're going to stir this up. And then finally, we're going to throw in our chopped up bacon bits. Then we're going to stir and continue to break up the ground meat. This is a bit of a workout. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute and then stir and keep doing that until everything's browned. Our meat is browned, so we're gonna throw in the rest of our stuff. We got our 2 cans of diced tomatoes. For a second. Ooh. And I'm just gonna stir this up. We got our can of chili hot beans. Hot beans. Damn, she's thick. We're gonna do this whole tiny little baby can, 6 ounces. Why won't you focus? We're just gonna stir this up since she's bubbling. 3 cans of rinsed and drained kidney beans. We like garlic in this household. We're gonna do 4 additional tablespoons of garlic. 1, that's 2.5, 3 3¾ 4. Then we're gonna throw in our bowl of veggies. Oh boy. want to use 4 teaspoons of the bouillon stuff, which is the same thing as 4 cubes. Ugh, this is so nasty. Please make sure your hands are clean before you do this. All right, then we're just gonna stir all this again, make sure nothing's burning at the bottom. You can skip this step if you don't like hot, spicy things. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of this pepper sauce. Just a little bit more. 1.5 tablespoons of this Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. All right, that's 1. We're just gonna eyeball half. That's about right. We're going to do a can of beer. Doesn't have to be an IPA, but that's all I got. And then finally, our little bowl of spices. This is our chili. We're gonna let it simmer at a low to medium low heat for a minimum of 2 hours, but we're gonna let it cook for a little bit longer because we think that it's tastes better if you let it cook for about 4 hours. So while you're letting it simmer, make sure that you're stirring it occasionally so things don't get stuck to the bottom like I've done countless times in the past. We'll cover this and let it simmer for about 4 hours. See you soon. So you can see that as long, do I have steam on here? Shit, I do. You can see that as long as you can use a can opener, stir, and chop, you can make this chili. And we only used 1 pot, which is great for doing dishes. It's been about 4 hours. Around 2 hours, we taste tested it to make sure it had all the yummy flavor we were looking for. So I suggest you guys do that about your midway point of cooking. You can see it looks a little bit liquidy right now, but that's okay because it'll thicken up once you put your leftovers in the fridge. And as you stir it, this guy is ready to serve. You can serve this with whatever you like. You could do like some vegan sour cream. We like to serve it with some vegan cheese. We usually use like a cheddar cheese, but our local grocery store didn't have any. This is all they had for vegan cheese. We like the Fritos corn chips the best. So grab a handful, kind of break it over the top. I'm gonna put some cheese on. Here's our first bite of chili. Rude! God, it's so good. All right, guys, that was the vegan chili. I hope you make it. I hope you love it. Please let me know if you do. And that's all I got. Bye!